I think the problem is that certainly among health authorities, not the drug regulators, but the health authorities, there is a sense that they feel that they're being cautious by taking the steps that they are. The reality is that they're not being cautious. What they're doing is taking a decision which, as we will see, unfortunately, in the end, will end up having cost lives, not just because of the delays in getting this particular vaccine to people who would otherwise have taken it, which will cost lives, but also, as you saw from your clips, that it raises unnecessary concerns by members of the public who are in no position themselves to judge. I mean, why would they be? They're not experts in this, and so they rely on the health authorities and the regulators to be honest and open and to make the right decisions. So I think it was a big mistake to suspend the vaccination program. I think it's good that they put it back, but there has been some damage done, and there's a lot of work to do, I think, to regain confidence as a result of that.
Now, from a psychological point of view, is there something about an injection which is difficult for people to bear? Would it be, in effect, easier if it was a pill for people to swallow?
No, unfortunately, I don't think so, because we've seen this with other drugs. I've been involved with another drug which had concerns raised about it. It was a pill. And there were concerns about, and the thing actually that was a very interesting parallel between the two drugs was that what raised concern was the unusualness of the symptoms. They were, in both cases, the symptoms were very, very rare, but they sort of felt very unusual. And that, from a psychological point of view, gets you thinking, well, there must be some connection. But when you've got tens of millions of people using a drug, you will get very unusual symptoms arising just by chance. And so it's a natural psychological phenomenon, but in this particular case, it's not a helpful one.
So how would you suggest going forward, authorities change the conversation or nudge people towards taking the vaccine, or even a new campaign?
I think they do need to do something. I think you can't just let this run ride. We've seen what happens in other cases where this has been, where you just let the social media and so on do its thing. You have to take active steps. I think the key is not just to say, well, trust us, we're the health authorities, and we know what we're talking about. You have to be very specific about giving factual information so that people can see and make their own judgments about what the risk-benefit ratio is. And when you see that literally tens of millions of people have had a particular drug, in this case the vaccine, that you've had literally a handful of cases of concern that may or may not be related to the drug, then the risk-benefit equation is so obvious to anyone. It's like the difference between thousands of deaths and possibly none, maybe a few. It's just a no-brainer. So be factual and transparent.